Our story begins with the king named Ahab. Ahab was the king of Israel, but he was not a very good one. Instead of following the true God, he and his wife, Queen Jezebel, started worshipping a fake god named Baal. They even built big temples for him. Because Ahab turned away from God, something very serious happened. It stopped raining. For 3 long years, not a single drop of water fell from the sky. The grass turned brown, the rivers dried up, and the people and animals were very thirsty. After 3 years, God told Elijah, "Go and meet King Ahab. I am about to send rain." When Ahab finally saw Elijah, he was angry. He called Elijah a troublemaker. But Elijah was not scared. He looked the king right in the eye and said, "I have not made trouble. You did, because you stopped following God and started following Baal." Elijah then issued a giant challenge. He told the king to bring all the people and the 450 prophets of Baal to Mount Carmel. It was time to see who the real God was. Imagine, kids, a huge crowd gathered on a tall mountain. On one side stood 450 prophets of Baal. On the other side stood Elijah, just one man. Elijah said to the people, "How long will you go back and forth? If the Lord is God, follow him. If Baal is God, follow him." But the people were quiet. They did not know what to say. So Elijah set up a test. 2 altars would be built the wood. The prophets of Baal would pray to their God. Elijah would pray to the true God. The God who answered by sending fire down from heaven to burn the wood would be the real God. The prophets of Baal went first. They shouted, they danced, and they prayed from morning until noon, crying out, "Baal, answer us." But nothing happened. There was no fire, there was not even a whisper. Elijah even started to tease them a little bit. He said, "Maybe you should shout louder. Maybe your God is busy or traveling, or maybe he is taking a nap or needs to be woken up." The prophets of Baal shouted even louder and stayed at it until evening. But still, total silence. Now it was Elijah's turn. He did not just build his altar, he made it even harder for fire to start. He dug a deep trench around the altar and told the people to pour 4 huge jars of water over the wood. Then he did it again and again. The wood was soaking wet and trench was filled with water. It seemed impossible to start a fire now. Suddenly, fire fell from the sky. It was so hot that it burned up the wood, the stones, the soil, and even licked up all the water in the trench. When the people saw it, they fell on their faces and shouted, "The Lord, He is God! The Lord, He is God!" The fire showed everyone that God is real. But the story was not over yet. Remember, it had not rained in 3 years. Elijah went to the top of the mountain and prayed for rain. He sent his servant to look at the sea 7 times. On the 7th time, the servant said, "I see a little cloud about the size of man's hand rising from the sea." Elijah knew that was enough. Soon the sky turned black with clouds. The wind blew and a massive rainstorm began. God has saved the land. Be brave like Elijah. Sometimes it feels like we are the only ones trying to do what is right. Elijah was outnumbered 450 to 1, but he was not afraid because he knew God was with him. God is the only true God. Just like the prophets of Baal found out, fake things can't help us. Only God has the power to answer our prayers and take care of us. Big things start small. The giant rainstorm started with a tiny cloud the size of hand. Never think your prayers are too small or that you are too small to do something big for God.
The ground beneath them stained deep red. Elijah stood with a quiet face, mocked their God.